Guys, what's poppin'? It's your man AB tapping in. I gotta tell you about today's sponsor, Beard Organics. Look, it took Lou 49 years, but he finally was able to grow a beard, but he's doing the smart thing and he's taking care of it, all right? When he goes to the barbershop, he brings his kit from Beard Organics with him. First things first, you gotta use the beard wash. It is no point in doing all this extra work if your beard ain't clean. The foundation gotta be right. Next thing, you gotta hit it with the conditioner. That's gonna make it soft, and trust me, your lady friend will thank you. This is all natural and organic ingredients, so you ain't gotta worry about your face breaking out or no other weird stuff happening. Lastly, you gotta hit it with the beard oil. Couple of drip drips here, drip drip there, and when that light hits your beard, it twinkle and glisten. When you step out, people gonna ask you, yo, where did you get your beard products from? You can point them straight to beardorganics.com. Don't forget, let them know if you buy 3 items or more, you get an extra 20% off. So I don't know what you waiting on, but go to beardorganics.com. They got products and accessories. Go and get yourself right and let them know on deck sent you. Hey, what it do, what the business is.
It is another week in the books with the On Deck TV show. I am Spike Lou.
Man, holla at your boy Animal Brown, Animal_Brown if you're looking for me on socials.
Absolutely, man. And I am Spike Lou on them same social sites. Hey, B, you set the group chat on fire with your new social media shit.
What are you talking? I know not
man.
What you speak of.
Outcasts. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about, man. Y'all ain't seen AB. Absolutely, he's been doing a good job with some of the albums, but some of them it's despicable. It's despicable. So make sure y'all go check out AB, man, as he makes your favorite albums classics. But he definitely disrespected Stankonia.
Hey, I'm taking mid albums and making them classic. Shout out to Stankonia.
Nah, I'm with you though. Stankonia definitely wasn't a classic. I don't know what that nigga's talking about.
That's what I'm saying, dude. Like, what we talking about?
It's not a classic, bro. Let's stop. I made 4 songs on Stankonia, bro. Like, let's be for real,
dude. First ballot Hall of Fame group, dog. But that album is super mid.
It's dumb mid. Absolutely, I agree with you there. Y'all go check that out, man. On your TikTokers that do that there, man. Y'all know why y'all here. It's the On Deck TV show. We got a heavy week this week, man. A lot of things happened before the holiday, so we had to tap in with you. We'll go over those things. First, like Drake dropped Scary Hours project with Boom Bap. Andre 3000 dropped a great album, a genius album, or was it a massive disappointment? We'll get into that. Yo boy, AB Paradise Fontaine, he had something to say about Meg.
Oh, Partisan.
Tyler had something to say.
Jesus.
Oh, Partisan. Damn, I can't read it today. Easy for you to say. Also the Wayne and 2 Chainz album, we'll talk about that. But before we get into the show, AB, what you got up for Black Friday?
Hey, man, listen, what I'm doing, I'm shopping at Beard Organics this Black Friday. Why? Because they have a special 25% off select products when you use the code BFCM 2023. Make sure you do BFCM 2023. Get 25% off your Beard Organics. That code ends Monday night, man. So don't sleep. Don't get lazy and try to wake up on Tuesday and do it next week. Do it now this weekend. Get your beard right, man. So you be at the Christmas party all the way together.
Right, man. They got some dope little flavors and colors, man. Dope little flavors you can hear. Have the different little smells going on for your beard, man. You know how much the ladies love that. So make sure that you're dripping right on Black Friday once you go get it, man. Shout out to Beard Organics. That's my absolute show. Let's get into it, AB. This has been the news of the week.
Facts.
Your man's Puff gets a lawsuit dropped on him out of nowhere the other night. And before we could even finish talking about it and what happened, 24 hours later, he gets it settled. You must have forgot who I was. Let's not talk about this anymore. I got money to blow. Let me ask you this, AB. With everything that came out and even he settled it in 24 hours, will this affect Puff's long-term career?
Yo, people put the nail in the coffin on Puff Thursday night. Like, niggas thought it was over with. If you read any of the lawsuit, there was some insane details in there. Big dog accusations, wild billionaire rich nigga shit. Apparently, I don't know what that's. He in a different tax bracket. I'm just going all over through my head. With, of course, his former artist and girlfriend.
It was too much for the perv god.
That was too much for the perv god. Listen, I ain't got nothing to do with this. He got too much money. I will say this though.
Man.
I was ready to count Puff out as well because these were some big dog accusations and social media was on fire with it. And these are hard accusations to bounce back from. But it being settled so quickly actually may have played into his favor. Yes, that could be an admission of guilt, but it also made it look like Cassie was going for a money grab. People were with her up until she settled immediately. It made it seem frivolous. We know how these lawsuits, we know how lawsuits work in the United States. If we're old enough to remember motherfuckers sued McDonald's because their coffee was too hot and won. So that's how you can get down in this country. I'm not saying that's what she was on, but I'm saying the perception after she settled so quickly is that it looked like a money grab. Slim Thug kind of went semi-viral for saying something similar before it even settled. He said that it was a money grab. So how would this affect Puff's career long term? I'm not sure. He's got a song up for a Grammy. I think his album is up for a Grammy coming up.
They love.
Yeah, he's going to disappear for a couple of months. Let's be clear. And he's going to come back out on the Brother Love shit and act like nothing happened. And people are not going to care anymore. It was hot on Thursday, and that might have been the quickest scandal to come and go in the history of rap, dude. I think he'll be fine only because she settled so quickly.
It's what money do. I agree with you. I think he'll be fine, but I don't think it's because she settled so quickly. Because I feel like if other people had stuff on Puff, as we've always suspected, this is their window. Ooh. Like if I'm looking at this and it is a money grab, and I'm Day 26, Danity Kane, any one of the motherfuckers from the band, anybody that got something on Puff, now I'm screaming from the mountaintop, why the fire's hot, nigga.
Yeah.
Like Cassie shit don't even matter to me, nigga. Y'all believe in that? Guess what I got to say? If I'm Mark Curry, all of these niggas that been doing all of this shit about Puff for all of these years, nigga, it's time for me to say something. I want my money too. I'll settle out of court tomorrow too for $30 million. Thank you, Puff. I really think the biggest effect is gonna come with what trickles out after this, and what I've been surprised by, as you said, AB, it got quiet real quick.
Yeah,
like he paid Cassie off, and all of these murmurs and innuendos that we've been hearing about Puff for all of these years, ain't nobody got nothing to say now when it's y'all time to cash in. So it kind of makes me reevaluate what people have been saying about Puff and how much proof that they have that these things happen. Because if you even got a little bit of proof now, you ought to be eating. Like, I'm filing a lawsuit too. I would have had Cassie lawyer on the phone if I was some of these niggas that was complaining about some of the shit that Puff has been talking about all this time. So I think he's going to make it through because, like you said, man, Thursday, this was the hottest thing on the internet. By Sunday, this shit was quiet as a church mouse.
Listen,
and it's just...
I was going to say, if the crazy part is he has had several accusations over the years, and these aren't the first accusations of abuse with Puff either. I think those might have been pre-social media, pre-Me Too. Yep. So if you compile Mark Curry's, the Maces, if they would have all hit this weekend, then there would have been a bigger impact. But it's like, it's a little bit here in 2008. There's a little bit here in 2012. And there's a little bit. That's not enough. That's not enough to get somebody like Puff down. Like
yeah, exactly.
That ain't enough.
You can't
need more than that.
Repurpose a Breakfast Club interview. You can't repurpose a Breakfast Club interview and say, "Oh, nah, that was 2008, my nigga." Like,
that's all.
Nobody worried about that. Like, yeah, y'all need to. If they were going to do something and be effective, it needs to be now and like collectively. But I do think, and here's my speculation. I think all of them people have signed NDAs. I know that the girl from Danity Kane is the right group. I'm saying, right? Mm-hmm. It was the group that he had. I know that the white girl from there came out and said that Puff, in order to give her master's back, said she had to sign an NDA.
Yep.
What I wonder is if all of these people, the Jadakisses, the Locks, all the Maces, like when the last time them niggas said Puff name?
It's been a stretch.
Like I think he been doing a lot of cleaning up behind the scenes as to where, and a part of the NDA that he offered to the chick from Danity Kane was, you can't say anything bad about me or my company.
Yep.
If I give you your master's back, part of this NDA is you can't badmouth me in public. Now she wouldn't sign it.
Yep.
because I think she pretty cool all by herself anyway. But I do wonder if he ain't been doing a lot of cleanup behind the scenes anyway. Like all these people got NDAs now, and now they can't say nothing.
Yeah, he might have smelt that lawsuit coming, and maybe that's why he went with the whole "I'm giving masters back" and shit.
Yeah, I agree. With you. We thought something was up.
That's what I was just about to say. I said, y'all, if y'all think he gave back 9 figures worth of masters, nigga, because he woke up on the right side of the bed, like, stop, dude. No, get the fuck out of here, dog. We didn't believe that from the jump.
Not at all. Not in the slightest. But shout out to Cassie, man. I don't want to leave out the victim in this, man. Thoughts and prayers go to her. Hope she's better than whatever she had to go through. But yeah, the biggest story there was the Puff shit.
Crazy. Next up, man, one of many people who have gotten into an altercation with Puff over the years. Drake dropped, I guess you could call this like a deluxe edition almost. It was Scary Hours, his third Scary Hours, but it was attached to the end of the For All My Dogs that he just put out. 6 new joints, all pretty much what you would call boom bap, traditional hip hop production. A whole lot of bars, very minimal singing. He harmonized a little bit on the last joint. The reviews are in, and people are kind of feeling this. This is the Drake that a lot of people have been asking for. My question: did it make you forget about the mid that a lot of people called the last album?
I think that For All My Dogs, it wasn't. I'm not the biggest Drake fan, so I didn't think it was bad. Like I don't think it was anything that he should have to make up for, is what I'm trying to say. However, I do wonder why, and you may be able to tell me this as a fan, like if he recorded these later, or if they were sitting in the tuck, I do wonder why like these 6 songs weren't on the album originally, and like replacing 6 less than like, because I love this whole 6-pack. Like, he was ripping this shit. I think this song with him and Cole is better than the First Person Shooter, and like he ripping that My Brother, all of that shit. He's ripping that shit. Like this the bag that the niggas that like Drake rapping, like this the bag that you want. This shit made me create a Drake playlist. I said, man, let me get all my favorite Drake shit, man, and like dislike this and put it on there. But yeah, I'm not sure that he had to make up for Fat D, pause. But I do think that he did a spectacular job in the rollout of it, and it was a big FU to the industry and the niggas that were criticizing him as if he couldn't do this. I just wonder why he didn't do it in the first place.
Yeah, he claims these were recorded in the last 5-6 days.
I don't believe that.
Yeah,
I don't believe that.
Maybe not. I will say, and I was talking to Jay about this too. And my man, shout out my man Bird, of how much do you think like Budden and them got in his head to go in and make something like this? It's hard to say that Budden's words and the response from social media didn't have an effect, because under no circumstances has he ever in life came out and put out a project like this with just 5 or 6, just with 1,000 bars of death. Like he always mixes it up. Even on the Scary Hour, even on the EPs that he done put out, where it don't be number 3 and 4 songs, they be mixed up. Like he never just went boom bap, nigga, no hook. It's like one hook on all of these, dude. Like that's not him traditionally when you think of Drake. So for him to go out, this gave me, also, y'all think it's a game. Y'all think I can't do this right here. And he just went on ahead. It kind of reminds me of Jack Harlow put out something earlier this year where it wasn't no singles. It was just just some straight rap shit, 10 songs, all him, no features. It wasn't for the radios. It was just more for like the fans. And this is what that vibe it kind of gave me. He was spitting though. There was a lot of rewindable bars on there. Like I'm not even going front.
Oh my God.
He was snapping.
Since you say that, let me ask you this. I think that criticism has been there. And I do want to be fair with Drake, because on one hand, I don't want to be like, oh, well, you're just doing whatever to please the fans, or you rapping for the algorithms. And then he put this out, and this ain't for the algorithms. No, I wouldn't give Joe the credit, or anybody else, bro, any of them niggas that are criticizing him, the credit of being like, oh, they got in his head. I wouldn't give him that credit. I just think it was a fuck you to everybody. It was like, not even, oh, you thought I couldn't do this, but here never mind type shit. Like, nigga, on top of, I knew I had this in the tuck. I knew what you niggas was gonna say, and here it go. Now you look dumb.
Yeah.
Like if Joe didn't even have nothing to say about it, that nigga wouldn't even comment on it.
That was some slaw too. That was some slaw.
It was.
That was some slaw.
Especially if you put it behind a paywall. Like
That
you
was
think,
some...
nigga, ooh, that was mean. That's some Joe Budden shit though. That's some Joe Budden. Like
he put it behind a paywall and didn't say anything, nigga. That come on, bro.
I'm gonna just double shit on you, niggas.
That was.
But yeah, I would give Drake the benefit of the doubt, and I think that he was just flexing. I don't think that it was niggas getting in his head. It was just, nigga, I do this. I know how to do this. I'm the most successful person that ever did this. Nigga, just shut up and watch me do my work. I don't need you, because them niggas been criticizing him for years. And I think going into this album, he knew that and had those 6 songs done. I don't believe what he said about the 4 or 5 days. I don't believe it.
Because I will say, Scary Hours 3 has been teased this whole year. So now who knows what it looked. Yeah. What it looked like, what it sounded like, but it has been teased though. That's been coming soon all year.
But that shit banging though. I've been playing that Cole song. That shit banging, nigga. I ain't even gonna hold you, nigga. I done had that Cole song on repeat. Cole watched him again too. That's your man.
Whoa, relax.
He watched him again. J. Cole, man. J. Cole is a fucking animal, dude. Yeah, that shit is fucking crazy. Yep. Kendrick may not never come back out, bro. He might just hide in the house forever, dude. Like I that's my guy, and I know people who listen to this show have seen the maturation of me like falling further and further off the Kendrick bandwagon. But man, I ain't sure if he can keep up with them niggas now. Like
he don't come outside. Yeah, he don't come outside enough, bro.
You got to participate, my nigga. Like it's like, yeah, you a hooper and you don't go to the gym. You just want to show up at the All-Star game. Like, nah, bro, don't work that way. You got to participate, my nigga.
He want to show up at the All-Star game, stand on the sideline of the dunk contest with the phone up. No.
Don't work that way, my nigga. No, we need you to hoop, bro. We need you to hoop, Kendrick. Kendrick, please hoop. You don't take nothing else from this, bro. All right, next, man. Your boy, previously mentioned Outkast, we were talking about. Andre came out with an album, maybe. And before he came out with the album, he let people know there are no bars on this album, which of course got people to talk. He was the #1 trending topic.
Mm-hmm.
After you listen to the album, you seen what it was about. You seen that he was serious. I got to ask you, was this a genius move or a massive disappointment?
I'm going to lean more genius move. Here's what would have made it a massive disappointment, though. If he would have said my new album comes out Friday and then period, and then didn't say what it was, that would have been probably the biggest disappointment in rap history. That would have been, because he hasn't had a solo album in 17 years.
That would have been a top 3 troll of the history of all mankind, bro.
Facts. Across all genres of life, that would have been a top 3 troll, dude. So I'm glad he did that. That's number one. Here's where it may be a genius move. And I said this, I was talking to my man before it came out. I said, once they said it was going to be like a flute album or like a wind instrument album, I am not the type of person that listens to that type of music. I don't listen to many instrumentals, especially wind instrument music. I'm not on that. I told my mans, I said, yo, this might be the album we don't know that we needed, right? Like people are going to give it a chance behind the name. And I have heard nothing but rave reviews behind it, because generally speaking, the people that I'm talking to don't listen to this. But in the right setting, it's a vibe, though. Like, niggas go to sleep to this shit. Go get you a massage, nigga. Tell her to put this on. You're going to be super relaxed, bro. And sometimes with all this high energy music that we got out, niggas is slipping and sliding left and right. Niggas is doing a whole lot of sliding. Sometimes you need this energy right here to balance shit out. Now, again, I'm not going to sit here and act like I'm some woodwind instrument connoisseur. I don't listen to none of this shit.
Woodwind is crazy.
Yeah, it's nuts.
Might be a pause and everything. Woodwind instrument is crazy.
I don't listen to any of this shit. I'm not going to pretend like I do, but I did give it a shot because of the name.
Andre.
And I wasn't mad at it. This is some good shit to do yoga too if you into that. Like there's a place, there's a time and a place for this, which I think is what people were concerned about. But there is one. It's genius, bro. People go to sleep to this. They're gonna stream it all night long. Niggas get massages to this shit. They're gonna stream it during the whole sessions. It was a genius play, bro. Shout out to Andre.
You said something interesting there. You said we didn't know that we needed. I'm sure a lot of people that listen to the show are familiar with, and some that may not be, the frequencies that are in music, right? And
Yep.
higher and different frequencies make your brain and your thought processes do different things. Proven study. This is not some mumbo jumbo Dr. CB bullshit. This is like real neurologists have studied this.
Yep.
And there's certain frequencies that you can listen to make you focus better, something that'll make your mood better. And that's what they usually use in yoga and massages and things of that nature. So when you say genius in that sense, I gotta agree with you. All the most irritating thing I seen about this was DJ Vlad, I think, talking about the streams of it. Like, oh, it only streamed this one. Like, man, shut up, bro. That's why you a culture, bro. Like, it ain't even about the streams of it.
You know,
you said something important about what we needed. It was brilliant in the sense of I'm Andre 3000. I know the fan base that I get, and I think he's done studies behind this too, because the frequencies of this are the frequencies, the same ones for calm, relaxation. If you look up the YouTube channels, it's the same frequency that this album is in. Like that's what he preached, though. That's what he's preaching. And some people may need this and not have known that they need it, but because it's Andre, I'm gonna listen to it. And now you thinking clearer, you're doing different stuff. Now you find more of it out and it kind of calms some shit out versus all this ratchet shit that we see out here. So even from a standpoint, I'm not speaking from a standpoint of sales. I'm speaking on just a creativity standpoint, and even the marketing, though it didn't register, I think it was brilliant. Just like you, like, bro, people needed to hear this.
Yeah.
Like there needs to be an adjustment, and it can't just be Pound Town all the time, bro.
Yep.
It can't be back, Back in Blood and shit like that, bro.
Yep.
And because he's Andre, he's the type of person who's able to put this out and people will at least check it out. And then you find out, okay, I can jiggle this. Now I ain't saying niggas gonna be riding to the club listening to this, so they're gonna play it on, you know what I'm saying, at brunch. But it is a vibe, like what you said. If I'm taking a walk, I want to de-stress throughout the day, I listen to it when I'm working. Like if you work from home, you want to just cool, like I don't want no ratchet shit in the background. Like this is perfect. I think Andre did a wonderful job of this. I think the rollout was great. The names of the songs,
they funny.
all of that shit. Yeah, that shit is great, man. It just shows his personality, and it continues to expand the brand of hip hop.
Yeah, we should have learned to expect the unexpected. The last thing he put out was The Love Below, which was way ahead of its time. Like, I cannot stress how left field The Love Below was when it came out. That's before 808s. That's
like outside, yeah. You went outside when Speakerboxxx Love Below came out. Like, yeah, you're right. Way before his time. Light years before his time.
Bro, I remember that they preview. I never forget. It was 106 in Park, and they said the new joint of the day is coming from Outkast. And it's 2 separate songs. And they played Big Boy shit, which was traditional hip hop. And they played that Andre Hey Ya. And for about 30 seconds, I was like, bro, what the fuck is this? And by the end of it, I was like, nigga, that shit slap, nigga. Bro,
nigga, come on, bro.
People gotta understand, man. Like, you gotta expect the unexpected with him. The greedy me would love an album, or at least, but if he's telling us, yo, I'm not feeling the rap shit, then don't make none. Then don't make the rap shit. Make whatever you're feeling. I don't want some half-ass shit because that's gonna ruin your legacy. Like, just keep it. Just do whatever you feel. Whatever he said. What am I gonna rap about? That was cap. Because there's plenty of niggas 45 and up that's rapping right now that got something to say. That
nigga,
you know
said, I'm gonna rap about going to get a colonoscopy.
That was funny though.
That was crazy.
That was way
but
too much.
But it made sense though. Like you said, if it ain't pulling you like that, like if you don't really got nothing and you just forcing it, then you're right. I agree with you. Don't do it, bro. Like Andre 3000 has way too much to lose as far as a legacy standpoint for putting out a whack rap album.
Yep.
So from a business standpoint, if I ever want to put out a rap album, I do want to reserve that space. Putting this out now when I feel like I couldn't do a rap album or didn't want to do a rap album was brilliant.
Yeah.
And I know he probably got a bag for this too.
Probably
some dumbass company trying to make Andre has an album. I'm playing the flute, bro. It doesn't matter. We're gonna give you whatever you want. I'm playing the flute, bro.
And people gonna tap in. And he said he had been working on other songs in the background. He just been uncredited, and then Metro came out and said that's him at the beginning of Mask Off. That's crazy.
Oh, that right there, that's fire.
Yep,
that's hard.
I was like, oh shit.
Damn, now I gotta go listen to that.
That's what I'm saying too. That's crazy.
He probably have been doing a lot of shit. Was it? No, it was Stevie Wonder playing the harmonica with the Drake shit.
Yep.
That's fire too.
Next up, man, we got a diss track. Somebody's coming at Megan Thee Stallion, and it is none other than her ex. And some say Ghostwriter, maybe. Partisan Fontaine drops a diss track. It was called The Person. Simple question, man. What did it sound like? Was it an effective diss track to you?
From a skill set standpoint, yeah, it was cool. He can rap. Well, I don't even know if I'd say he can rap. I'd say he got bars.
There you go.
I wouldn't tune into an album of this nigga. From a I can't believe we're here, get off my lawn, a nigga making a diss track about his ex standpoint, I hated it. I could not, like, it's gonna sound crazy, but I mean, I'll be the misogynist in this. Like, bro, like, men don't do this, bro. Like, this some sassy ass, like, oh, she said something about me, let me go make a 16 about her and get my side of the, like, man, niggas don't want to hear your side of the story, bro. We don't give a fuck, nigga. We care about what she say because she cute and got a fat ass. Now you, quote unquote, doing what the girls doing, spilling tea. Like, bro, nigga, we don't care. Like, nigga should have took this shit to his grave. Like, okay, what, your feelings are hurt, my nigga? Like, as long as it wasn't preventing him from getting bitches or getting money, what she said, then ain't no need for you to address this, nigga. Like, you was that butt hurting your feelings with, like, bro, the process of making a song, like you and I both know, even if the nigga got the laptop and the equipment right there, you still had to pull that shit out. You had to open up Pro Tools or whatever service you use, and you had to write the bar. It took a lot for you to keep that same energy to go at a lady, bro. Like, why? Come on, bro. Like, even if she dissed you, I get it. And I know it's gonna be niggas that don't agree with me on this, but I just don't think that men carry themselves like that. Somebody pointed it out to me a long time ago, and I've never been able, like, going back and forth and bickering is like for lack of a better word, it's a lady thing. And as a man, you're married, you know this. As a man, when you get into it with your wife, you know at a certain point, like, okay, I ain't even finna say nothing else, but I'm just gonna let her get it off because that's what she does. Like, I'm gonna let you get this off. It's cool. I can bring it up later and be an asshole when I know that I'm right, but I'm gonna let you feel like you won this. It's cool. But for this nigga to drop a diss song and be like, oh, well, I gotta respond to it, it's some Hollywood clout chasing, disgusting shit on my end. Thumbs down. What say you?
I'll say this. You got to remember, Partisan Fontaine is a rapper. He does he's had an album
Allegedly.
out. He's had an album out. He's got features. He was, working with Cardi for a long time, working with Meg. He took the back seat, let her cook. And she threw a shot at him on her newest joint. And now he's alleging that not to be true, talking about I caught him in bed, in my own bed. And she had him looking real crazy. And his comments were a dumpster fire off of them bars right there. And so let him tell it. That's not how it happened. And if I'm a rapper and that's not how it happened, I answer back and I clap back in the only way that I know how, which is through bars. Now, I will say this. Partisan Fontaine can rap. And I'm not saying he's Drake in terms of making music, but if we're just talking, there's a reason he's a ghostwriter. The nigga can write. He can write bars.
Was there.
That is not in question. I'm going to read you a review, an article from The Root about this diss song. Another male rapper has pathetically decided to come for Megan Thee Stallion on wax. Only this time it's her ex. Not only is Fontaine throwing a temper tantrum on the track The Person, he also is reminding the public of the simple fact that he can't rap worth a damn, end quote. I got to keep it all the way 100 with whoever the fuck wrote this on The Root. How in the world can you listen to that and say that the nigga can't rap, bro? Like, that's what we not going to do.
They just Meg fans. Yeah, they just
bro, you can be a Meg fan. If you have ears and can hear, there's no way you heard that and was like, dude right there can't rap. That is the biggest cap because he was ripping that shit.
That was one thing that made me mad because I liked it though. I knew he shouldn't be doing it, but he slick ripping it though. I was mad at myself for that.
But look, this is what it reminded me. It reminded me of when Ross put out Idols Become Rivals.
Right.
And there was a quote unquote diss song to Birdman, but it wasn't a fuck your bitch and the click you claim type energy. It was more, I'm disappointed in the way that you acted. That's how partisan shit came off, dude. It came off. It wasn't a diss song. He didn't call out a name and go wild on no shit like it. It was more like, I'm disappointed in you. But the way he was putting it, though, like he was killing that shit. I ain't gonna lie. I liked her song, and I think he was ripping this. So, but you don't get this without that. So I can't knock him for reacting when he didn't start it, so to speak. So I got to get to him. This was effective. If you didn't know he could rap before now, you know now. I don't know what the fuck the Root is talking about. They full of shit. But it was funny. It was entertaining. I ain't gonna front. I'm not gonna listen to it ever again, but he was ripping that shit though.
Agree with you there. I will never listen to that song again. But again, like you said, he was ripping. Like anyone that was listening to them, like, oh man, he can't rap. That's just bias. That's crazy. Yeah. But again, I don't condone it. I would never do it. I think it was lame to do if it wasn't preventing him, what she said, from getting bitches and getting money still, which I don't think it was. He looked to be okay in the video or whatever. He looked to be doing well.
He got a little new. He got a new look, girl.
Hey, yeah, she thick too. Like, come on, bro. Move on, bro. Yeah. Like, imagine if your girl walk. This is how women are. Like, if your girl walk in, what you doing? I'm working on this diss song about Meg. What? Like that ain't gonna go over well in your home, bro. Why are you still thinking about that bitch? Like, you writing a diss? Like, I know he had to sleep on the couch when he told her what he was doing. Like, it didn't just go over well. Women are like that, bro. Like, now stop, bro. You got to do this part. Working on a Meg diss, girl. This, like, I know she called all her homegirls. That nigga got woe out in 2 group chats, I'm sure, for a couple of days. But hey, man, that's the hill you want to die on, party, man. Better you than me, my nigga. Better you than me. All right, man. Here's another one from your man, Tyler. He says, Tyler, the creator, he says that rappers, they should stop doing media that doesn't focus on music, i.e. like sneaker shopping, Hot Ones with the wings, things of that nature. And also, in addition to that, Nori calls out Jay for going on the Gayle interview and not being on a black podcast. My question to you, as a podcaster, someone that's in this media space, do either one of these guys know what they're talking about?
Nori does not. I really wish he would stop doing this.
You hate Nori.
He getting on my nerves, dog.
You hate Nori, dude. Just say I hate Nori.
No, it's self-centered. He doesn't give a fuck about Jay going on a black podcast. He gives a fuck about Jay not going on Drink Champs. Let's be very clear. He doesn't give a damn about because he didn't go on Ebro or because he didn't go on $1 million worth of games. Shut up, dude. You want him on your shit. You want the Jay interview, and that's fine. You can be competitive. That's cool. You can want it all day long. That doesn't mean he's gonna pull up on your ass, dude. Everybody doesn't want to pull up and get drunk, nigga, and hear you slurring questions 30 minutes into the goddamn interview, cutting them off, cutting good ass stories off, dude. Nobody want to hear that shit. Nobody want to talk to EFN respectfully, dude. Nobody
Jay
cares.
Telling the story about Emory Jones and how it happened, and Nori cutting him off to ask him, do he eat Beyonce butt?
You see what I'm saying? I don't want to hear that shit, bro. Like I had to learn this a long time ago, man. Everything is not for everybody. And your platform may not be for everybody. As bad as you want to have, you got a wish list of guests that you wish you could have on there. It may not happen because it may not be everybody's brand. It may not be everybody's cup of tea. Now, the thing, Jay wanted to get the word out about his library. And we talked about this the other day. My mom is 75. And called me and was like, yo, did you know Jay-Z has a library in Brooklyn? Yo, we should go. She's not saying that if he's on your whack-ass 8-hour-long podcast, dude. Like, shut the fuck. Niggas got to learn how to play chess, dude. This ain't about you, dude. God damn, he be killing me with that shit. Anyway, Tyler had a little bit more of a point. I like what Tyler was trying to say, which was focus more on the music. Like, go on your platforms, go on your media run and talk about how you put these songs together. Talk about how you took time to craft this, what you meant by this, what it meant to say this, how you found this beat, how much time you took. Let's get back to the essence of the music, so then it's gonna put people in the hot seat to make good shit, dude. I respect that because it shows that he still gives a damn. And you could tell in the music that he's putting out lately, because the last 3 projects have been fire. I respect that. He used a bad example, though. Sneaker shopping. I don't know any rapper that's went on sneaker shopping in the last 3 years. Number one. Number two, hot
Man,
ones. Who?
You watch sneaker shopping more than me. I
I
thought that's all
do.
they did was rappers. I ain't know that.
No, they get
I
like
ain't know that.
soccer players and NBA. They done
Really?
blew way past nigga just
Damn, I ain't know
sticking
that.
to music. But I will say the Hot One show, those questions are way more in depth. Those are not softballs. Those are way more in depth line of questioning. They're very deep. Actually, I think dude might be the best. He might have the best questions in interviewing right now, in my opinion. Now they may not be deep dives into the art, but they're not surface level bullshit. So and he Tyler actually came up and cleaned that up. He said, "Yo, I didn't mean to throw them under the bus. Those are just two of the joints that came off top of my head or whatever. Like I fuck with them niggas, but I'm just saying, let's talk more about the music. At the end of the day, that's what it was about. It wasn't about a shot at them. But I respect the essence of what he was trying to say. That's what he was on Nardwar when he was doing that, who of course is a music person and who asks deep dive music questions. He's one of the last ones left. So I respect the essence, but just he threw some shows under the bus. He was just kind of talking out the side of his neck right then.
I'll start with the title point. Everybody don't give a fuck like you, bro. And I'm not saying that in a bad way. I'm saying it in the sense of we spoke about it on this show. Like music is so microwavable now. Music is so like I'm just going in the studio to like there's not a lot of effort to it.
That's the problem.
And I thought about it is. And I thought about this as I was listening to like some Pac earlier this week and maybe some UGK or some shit. Like niggas was like they was aggressive. Like I'm getting my point across. Yeah. Versus now it's much more laid back. Much more, I'm so cool. I ain't really got to be doing this. I already got money, like whatever. So them niggas ain't trying to go. The niggas that do that now, they not trying to go do interviews about how they made their album. They don't know. They probably was drunk and high. Like these niggas don't know. Tyler, everybody ain't like you, bro. Niggas ain't getting Grammy nominations and doing Igor and putting that much thought in the album. Most of the rappers nowadays are not doing that. And I agree with you, AB. I wish that they were, and I wish that they were going on platforms that would hold them accountable and ask them about the processes and stuff. That way they would have to show that I don't really give two fucks about this. Now, then people will start learning how to digest their music accordingly. So I just think that Tyler has a misunderstanding of the game right now to think that everyone can go give those in-depth answers about music that he can.
Yeah.
Like there's probably a handful of people that are willing to do that because they actually put in the work and put in the process. But it's a lot of these niggas is doing this shit and don't care about it. And we can tell through the music. We've spoken about that. Like we can tell through the music, like y'all niggas don't give two fucks, bro. You did this in one take. You ain't do no punch-ins. And I can tell you could care less about how this shit came out. You just knew you had to put something out. And they ain't trying to go sit in front of nobody and say that, which is why we don't have that many interviews that pertain to hip hop nowadays. This is what it is. So I've come to the realization that I accept that I think Tyler should be able to do that too and understand. Maybe if he did it. I ain't seen him on none of these platforms explaining his music, anything of that nature. So maybe if he did it, people would start taking note because he has been Grammy nominated and very successful lately. Yeah. He has to set the trend there.
I will say,
moving on to Nori. Go ahead.
I will say this is just we talked about this a couple weeks ago when Offset was on Breakfast Club, and I said I respected him because he said, "Hey, can we talk about the album? Like, what did y'all think of it? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like let's dig." He tried to get that out, but to be fair, the media platforms are used to getting to the other shit. The House Cardi, nigga, we see the kids on IG. You was on the jet with like. We see a lot of that, so people have kind of gotten used to hearing about that. We haven't gotten used to hearing about how you put this song together or what this meant when you said this, and we kind of got away from that. So I think Tyler bringing attention to it will maybe speak more to the host of these platforms to lean a little bit more into the art, in these interviews, because you got to eat up an hour worth of time on these interviews. So you got to talk about something.
More people are leaning towards the Tasha K Shade Room lane versus the Angie Martinez, Ebro, Charlamagne sometimes. Like Drake said it, and we just talked about it. Like, open up the blinds, dude, get out the shade room. Like, everybody ain't on that. Unfortunately, they think that's going to feed the algorithm. So that's what all the interviewers talk about. I'm going to get them here, say some crazy shit, and it's going to get me in the medium. I'm going to go viral, and my show is going to be great. Unfortunately, that's the type of interviewers that most hip-hop people are dealing with today. So yeah, I agree with you there. Like there needs to be more people who are interested in the art.
Yeah,
but I don't see niggas going to sit down with them, and that leads me to the
who would it be though? If you had a rapper right now that was on and they say, yo, I want to go somewhere to talk about the music, other than Nardwuar, who would they go to? Like where you knew that they was gonna get a good deep conversation about the art.
That's a good question. I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. Maybe Ebro go into that. Maybe Sway. Maybe
Sway. I would say
okay, Sway. Actually, Sway will go into it.
I would say Sway.
Sway will go into it.
Because niggas still gonna freestyle up there. Yeah. Niggas gonna talk about the album. It ain't.
They gonna play songs.
Shade room shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
You might have some calls to get into the shade room shit. Yeah, I would say Sway.
Yeah,
but it ain't a lot of Sways.
No.
And again, Sway's able to do that because he's already established the name, and I don't gotta chase the algorithm. I ain't gotta do shit to go viral. Most people who are doing it, like the Bobby chick, that white chick, Funny Marco, all of them people are chasing the algorithm.
Yeah,
they know they got to do shit to stay in the algorithm and make themselves successful. Versus a Sway or Big Boy in the Morning and things of that nature. Were like, I can do what I do, and if it catches on, great. If not, I still did what I did and got the information out there.
Yeah,
it ain't enough of those. You're right, and those aren't being breeded either because there's just no payoff for it. Like you can't do that because you don't get the interviews. Like niggas not willing to go sit with up and coming people. Like a motherfucker not willing to come sit with us because they don't know us. We ain't shade room and we don't really do interviews that way. But they would prefer to go to someone who's more popular that would do the shade room shit if they promoting their album because they think it'll get on more eyes. Game fucked up, man. Ain't got no friends. As far as the Nori part of it, of course we're gonna disagree on this because I see what Nori's saying. I don't agree with him and say, oh, well, Jay should be doing Black Podcast. No, bro, it's Jay-Z. Just like what you said, my mom called me, hey, do you want to go to New York? I seen this on Gayle King. Like, bro, you're not getting that if you go on Drink Champs. And Nori needs to understand that and stop coming out and saying shit and making it look like people are sliding him when they not coming on his shit. But what people should also understand is, bro, I really wish artists like Jay-Z, Cardi, who he criticized for this before, I wish they cared about the moments in the culture still. Like it's almost like they've gotten too big. And yes, do the Gayle King interview. Yes, do the Good Morning America interview. Do that, but can we still get a Nori interview though? Like you out, you doing press, you did the damn, like come sit with me for an hour, bro, at least, because that's a moment, like you're saying, like the same way that you're going to get more exposure from a Gayle King interview, no one is going to ask the questions that Nori is going to ask. No one is going to have the moments that Nori has sitting there with Jay-Z, and there's something to be said for that. We can't on one hand say, oh, well, no one's doing hip-hop interviews, but also still say, well, I understand why they're doing Gayle King and not going to Nori. Like it needs to be a balance. And I ain't saying Jay should do it every time or that he should give him 3 hours. But there should be a situation where, like, bro, I see what you're doing. I'm the GOAT. I'm doing interviews. Let me hop on a Zoom with you for 30 minutes. I know you don't usually do it that way, but let's just give some content to the people who love this, who would love to see Nori sitting down talking to Jay-Z. Like, I know you don't like it, but, bro, that would be a dope moment because it's not going to happen anywhere else. And I wish that Combat Jack RRP was still alive because I would recommend that's where the people go. That would be the best one and the most dope podcast for rappers now to go on and talk about. Unfortunately, we lost that legend and no one has filled that lane since then. And Nori, it's kind of like you said, it goes too far sometimes. Mm-hmm. But if there was a place where artists like Cardi, artists like Wayne, artists like Jay could drop through and be able to, share their opinion without it being in the mainstream world, I would love that because Nori has the correct idea when he says, man, you need to come feed the culture, bro. Like it's cool to do that Made in America, that made Good Morning America shit, but come feed the culture too. Give us moments, give us shit to strive off of.
Man, I'll say this. It would be one thing if the people that he's called out, Cardi, Drake, Jay, if they did interviews year round and just avoided black shit, I'd understand them completely. I swear I would. Bro, Jay does one interview every 6 years, bro. Like, he's not purposefully avoiding anybody. And the moment that he's talking about, or that you're talking about, is happening at the library. That's the moment. Now, we don't need a moment on top of a moment about a
bro,
moment.
everybody ain't gonna make it. Like you saying, you're not even gonna make it up there, bro.
I wish I would.
You can't deny that. Yeah, of course. And I'm not saying it in any type of slight type of way, but I'm just saying it's more convenient. Like, if he sit down with Nori for just give him the same 20 minutes you gave Gayle, bro. Like, just make that happen. I know this ain't what you usually do, but I'm Jay-Z and I want to show you love. Like, give me about 20 minutes, man. Like, just, it would be fire to hear Nori talk to Jay or Joe Budden.
I'm good.
Or the Breakfast Club. Like stop it. Bro.
He's done the Breakfast Club, though. And you know what's funny?
The Jay-Z, 6 years ago.
The Jay-Z Breakfast Club is a really good episode. And like it holds up and everything. I looked at it not too long ago.
It was 6 years ago, AB.
It was good.
Stop it, bro. You got to feed the culture. If you want to water, if you want the seeds to grow, you got to continue to water the plants, bro. That was 6 years ago, man. Just give us a little bit, bro.
I'm good.
And I know he did Rap Radar and all that, but like, just give the culture something, bro.
I'm good.
I don't think you're doing that. You didn't win mainstream on us, man. Y'all pray for AB, man. He didn't win mainstream on us, man. I'm corporate now, man.
Oh, shit. Next up, man. Hey, we got a new album released over the weekend. An album that neither one of us were necessarily asking for or looking forward to. Wayne and 2 Chainz, the follow-up to their College Grove project, Welcome to College Grove, came out, and the internet streets are fucking with it. Was this a surprise album of the year?
It's up there. I don't know if I would name it that now. I got to go back and look at everything that came out, but it's up there. As I was listening to this, like, nigga was like, it's one of those albums you got to look at your phone and make like this Wayne, like, this nigga going crazy like this in 2023. But this album was much appreciated. It was creative. The rollout, as we spoke about previously, with the 50 voiceover. I seen the listening party they did at a theater, like it was a movie album or whatever they called it. It was fire, man. I liked a lot of the songs on here.
Yeah,
they weren't too like they weren't taking themselves too serious and try to out rap each other. It was a lot of fun bars. It seemed like Wayne enjoyed doing this project. Like, he's back in his rap bag, and I like rapping. 2 Chainz he's one of my favorite artists, of course. So he did what he does. I fucked with this, man, and I think it's up there for as far as surprise albums of the year. What about you?
Yeah, it's up there with me too. I would probably put this up there with. I thought that Puff was surprising. I enjoyed that more than I expected as well. So I would put that up there. But this was even especially the skits. I'm so glad they put the interludes on here with 50 narrating. These are some of the best interludes probably since Good Kid, Mad City. It added to the whole, like, just ambiance. I don't skip them. I let them run. And I usually skip interludes and skits all day long. But they came out the gate firing on that G6. And I was like, whoa, hold on now. Like, these niggas sound rejuvenated. I thought they was going to mail this shit in for a little money grab. They both snapping. There are several joints on there I fuck with. It surprised the shit out of me. I ain't gonna lie, because I was one of the first ones like, man, I'm not looking forward to this, bro. I wasn't trying to hear it. I wasn't asking for it. I thought the single was okay. It actually is banging. I was asleep. That's my fault. Like, it's a dope project. And like, hip hop is in a good space this weekend, these last 2 weekends. Because the Drake gave us a boom bap shit. It was fire. Andre gave us some goddamn flutes, and 2 veterans in Wayne and 2 Chainz sounded like youngins again. And like, so I was like, yo, this was a good weekend for rap, dude. Like, I'm not even gonna lie. I was entertained with the shit I listened to this weekend. So I'll give him this. This might be the surprise of the year. And maybe it shouldn't have been. Maybe we should have looked at it like that, because they both capable artists.
But that last College Grove was just okay, though.
It was okay. Yeah, you're right.
The last one was banging. So like, it wasn't like we should have been expecting that because the last one was banging. But I think, and we talked about this, one of the things that stood out is the hunger. Like, it's some kind of way or another, like 2 Chainz has managed to rap like he still want it, and Wayne has that fire rejuvenated in him, and it sounds like he still want it. Part of the problem that you and I have as elder statesmen in rap and hip hop now is like, most motherfuckers sound like they do not care. Right. I just had to do this. I got to feed them from the algorithm or whatever it may be. Them niggas was rapping like they was up and coming artists on this side. Like them niggas was rapping like, nigga, it was 2000 and I'm Titty Boy trying to get the group off the ground, or I'm Lil Wayne trying to get a name separate from Hot Boys. Them niggas was rapping.
Yep.
it was passion. They were into it. It was thought process to it. And that's all we ask for motherfuckers now. Like, just let us know that you care. And they did it on this album.
Agreed. I couldn't agree more, man. That's me.
What we got next?
Your man Boosie, and Lil Boosie has been going back and forth, man, with a couple of artists. I know he was doing it with Young Blue. Now you can add Rod Wave to that. He wants Rod Wave to pay for sampling his songs. He like, yo, man, you wouldn't do this to no other label. Y'all wouldn't do this to nobody, but y'all doing it to me. I don't appreciate it. Rod Wave clapped back and was like, bro, just meet me, bro. I give it to you in cash. What are we talking about? My question is, whose side are you on in this debate, man? Boosie or Rod Wave?
Man, I'm gonna sound biased because people know my allegiances with Boosie, man. But even from a business standpoint, bro, Boosie is making a hell of a point. And it's something that we've dealt with coming up in business. It's something that I'm sure people deal with out there. Like, bro, this ain't a homeboy type shit. I'm trying to do real business here. I got real LLCs. I got real like statements that need to be given to the bank and shit. Like, bro, you talking about pull up on you. You don't tell that to Celine Dion or fucking Sting or somebody else when you're sampling their music. And I know Boosie said Master P or whoever it may be using people that were hip hop, but like in general, Rod Wave, you're a big artist, bro. Nope. You don't do pull up meetings anymore, my nigga. The paperwork ought to be in the mail. You should have asked me before you used it. I should have been able to give you a price, nigga, and you should have paid me. The fact that I got to say something on Instagram and now you got to respond and, oh, I'll pull up and give it to you or act like it ain't a big deal. Nigga, it is a big deal because I'm a real company and you're trying to do homeboy street business with me. We not on the streets no more, bro. Like, stop acting like this is something that I'm overreacting to. Boosie is well within his rights. Like, nigga, I took my hard-earned time and did this music shit, and now niggas is using it because they think I'm cool, and they're like, oh, I ain't got to pay him his publishing, but if I use 3 words out of a Jay-Z song, I'm going to make sure the Rock Nation don't get sued. Give me the same respect, my nigga. I'm just asking you to do legitimate business with me, and the fact that Rod Wave took it away, and he's a major artist, he knows how this shit goes. Like, you ain't some random ass street nigga, bro. You doing major tours, you selling out stadiums and shit like that. You on a major label, I would assume. Yeah. Like, do legitimate business. Don't treat me like some nigga off the street. And I get Boosie when he's saying that just because of the persona that he has and how niggas think, oh, he cool or oh, he real nigga, quote unquote, whatever it may be. Like, bro, treat me just like you would treat everybody else. Let me get my money and my paperwork together as well. I think Rod Wave was way out of line here.
Here's the thing, man. Rod Wave is a young man. He probably looked up to Boosie. He's 25 years old. He might even be too young to really know about Boosie. He's 25, and he played the situation like a young dude. I have been to restaurants, bro, when I've picked up some food, and a young dude will come out working. He'll see the whip and drop all professional shit. And be like, hey, my nigga, your shit clean. I'm talking about like with the work uniform on and everything. And I get and a part of me understands that because they're young. And so they figure that they can, you know, that I'm not going to trip off of that, them coming at me like that. When I could be like, come on, bro, I'm a customer. Like, don't my nigga me because I'm black and you like my car, bro. Like, but I understand where the young boys are coming from because that's more authentic to them and they're at work putting on a face more or less. I understand that struggle. So when they see somebody that they may share a familiar bond with, they feel like they can let their guard down and be themselves. I get that part. And that's what Rod Wave did. You're right. If it's Celine Dion, he's not going to say, I could have just pulled up on you, Celine. No, this shit is probably going to be handled a different way. And Boosie, as an elder statesman in hip-hop, wants to be treated like a motherfucking Bruce Springsteen would be if y'all would have sampled him. So I get both sides. I know I'm playing the fence. I'm going to need some icy hot on my groin from riding the goddamn fence. But I do see both sides. And I don't think Rod Wave meant any harm. But Boosie, like he said, man, he said, y'all trying to take publishing out, nigga. My kids get this publishing, dude. Like, nigga, you see how many kids I got? I got court cases and shit, man. Hey, man, run me that, bro. Like, stop. I ain't trying to play victim. I just want the business, dude. Stop trying to play me like we homeboys, dude. Yeah. Like, stop.
Exactly.
I get it.
And I can relate to that because you and I, like, we we're in the business world. We have personalities where like a motherfucker would want to let their hair down and be like, oh, he cool.
Right.
I can do like, no, I'm cool and that's fine. But bro, still conduct business with me like you would if you was walking into Apple or Microsoft. Like I would like the same respect. So I kind of side with Boosie more. Boosie didn't come at him really crazy and be like, oh, I'm suing you. It ain't nothing to talk about. Like he was such like, brother, there's paperwork that needs to be done. It wasn't done. I'm gonna send my lawyers and let them handle it. No, like he told Rod Wave ain't no beef or nothing like that, bro. I would just like the proper requirements to happen so I can make sure that I get what I'm supposed to get from it. And I think that sometimes us as Black people, it takes away from the business that we could do because we feel like, oh, he's like me. I can cut corners or I can, kind of, it don't got to be all the way official. No, nigga, it do. It got to be all the way official, bro. I'm trying to build the same thing that they building. So I kind of sided more with Boosie in this. Like Rod Wave, I agree with you from the young nigga standpoint. I do think that there are people around him that can tell him that like he knows some real niggas. And he knows some real niggas that should be like, hey, bro, like you need to handle him just like Boosie said, like you would handle Jay Prince or Master P. Like, bro, you're not gonna use their music and not pay them or go through the proper channels. I'm just asking you to go through the proper channels. It's cool that you fuck with me. It's cool that you can pull up and give me the money in cash, but I don't want that, my nigga. That ain't how this shit work. Let's just do it how the shit work so more people can make more money from this. That's all.
Listen, anybody listening, any young people listening, you want to let your guard down or you feel like comfortable, let the other person give the green light for that first. Let them do it first. Let them do it first.
Let the person. Facts. Good point, AB. Let the person with the advantage, the established business, the person that you're doing business with, before you go, my nigga in this and letting your guard down 100% to repeat what you said just so they'll get it. Let them do it. Let them bring that to you.
Facts.
And still also be on guard from it because you don't want them to like be trying to shuck you to get a better deal.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm cool, so you should give me a better deal. No, we're here to do business. Respect me as a man and a businessman just like I respect you. We can be cool, but let's make sure that both of us can make the most money from this as possible.
Yep.
It's so sad that we resort to, oh, I'm cool, so we can cut corners. Like, no, bro. We'll never make it if niggas try to cut corners dealing with people that are like them and they relate to. It should be the opposite, nigga. I want everything to be right so you could eat. I want everything to be right because you are like me, nigga, and I know the struggle that I've went through. So, nigga, I want to make sure it's perfect.
Yep.
That's what it should be. So,
couldn't agree more.
Thanks. All right, man, let's get into some wins. Oh, excuse me. Before we get into that, man, it's Thanksgiving weekend. Of course, Spike Lee birthday week. Y'all make sure y'all get the birthday wishes over to me. Sunday the 26th, man. Always around this time of Thanksgiving, we like to ask, what in hip-hop are you thankful for so far, AB?
Two things real quick. I'm glad that the trend of working with one producer on a project has continued. Nas dropped 2 joints this year with Hit Boy. Larry June dropped 2 projects, both with one producer, The Alchemist Joint, and then the Cardo Got Wings joint that I enjoyed as well. I like that. I hope that continues. I wouldn't mind seeing more of that. And then also, the second thing is we haven't had many deaths in hip-hop this year, and I'm knocking on wood because the year is not over with. But we have talked about this for the last 5 years. We have had to have too many special episodes of people that we've lost, and unfortunately, a lot of it due to violence. This year, it's been relatively quiet. We lost Gangsta Boo early on, your man from De La Soul, and then Magoo, and none of them were gunned down in no wild shit. You know what I'm saying? So, like, with all due respect to them, we haven't really lost or had a major, like, unfortunate incident like with Takeoff or with my man at the chicken spot, or with any of the other ones we've had to lead our show off with in the last couple of years. So that is a great thing. I'm super thankful for that. Again, I know the year ain't over with, but I'm hoping that continues and everybody's out here living above ground. What you got, though?
That's a good one. Those are good ones. Mine is the ever-expanding nature of what we do as far as hip-hop. What relates to hip-hop, like making it, I know we've spoken about like people not caring or whatever it may be, but I still see hip hop in so many different places now. I see Andre dropping the Flute albums. I look at the NBA. It's always some hip hop shit on there. NFL, like NFL just did the Falcons are having the 50th anniversary of hip hop. Man, it's fire lineup.
Fire, yeah, it's dope.
Yeah, the footprint that hip hop is continuously able to make in America as being a part of. Hey, man, this is a part of what we do. Versus where we came in at just 12 years, 13 years ago when we started this podcast. The growth that we've seen since then. Like the way that more and more people are able to make money from this business, podcasts, all influencers, all the different things where people are able to say, I do this in hip hop and it makes me money. I love that. That's my favorite thing and what I'm most thankful for, of course, because it gets us paid, it helps us grow. But just in general, like just making hip hop a bigger imprint in American culture. I've seen that more and more and I love it.
Yeah. Without question, man. What we got for these wins and losses before we get ghosts?
Wins and losses before we get out of here and wish you guys a happy Thanksgiving. First win and loss, Trader Truth said he's the most featured artist in rap. AB.
Yeah. No, he was on a Bootleg Kev show, said he had thousands of songs in the tuck. Thousands is crazy. That's number one. But no, it's got to go to Wayne. Wayne's the most featured artist of all time. Either him or Snoop. It's not we'll put it this way, it's not Trader Truth.
Respectfully. People fuck with Trader Truth, so I get what he's saying. He probably done a lot of songs we've never heard too. Because when a nigga got featuring Trader Truth on it, I ain't running to listen to it. No. So it's probably a lot of shit that went under my radar. So True. It's an L in the sense of him thinking that, but I mean, he may have a point. Next one, I'll say, be your boy Polo G announces the release date for his next album. Wait for it. 9 months in advance. Comes out August 2nd, 2024. You think he's bringing back the old way of marketing and getting people ready for his album?
It's a big L, dude. Like, who accidentally hit the button on this pre-order, dude?
9 months is crazy.
Somebody clearly.
Polo G? Like, what? And I know Polo G a big artist with the youngsters, but 9 months, bro? What you rolling out? You gonna make a movie? Man. You gonna make a movie for the album?
Facts. Niggas don't even, hey, listen, we not even getting trailers for movies in August right now, dude. May at the latest, right now. Dude, come on, Polo G.
Yeah, 9 month rollout is crazy. I want to know. I have big expectations for this shit with a 9 month runway, bro. Like, you better do some life changing shit, my nigga. I ain't even gonna hold you.
And it ain't even gonna come out on that day.
and it will be delayed. I can promise you that. Last W or win or a loss, DJ Academic says 85% of rappers don't have $500K in the bank. You believe it?
85% seems high. Because I feel like I can name about 10 off the dome, not excluding the big dogs. I think I can name 10 off the head that have that you wouldn't debate. Like, does Killer Mike have $500,000?
Yes. He said he spent, $750 on his last album. So
Larry June?
Yeah. Show money, merch, I would assume so.
Lil Baby?
Absolutely.
That's what we ain't even got the Drakes, Kendricks. Obviously, we ain't talking about them.
Those are the big names, though. I think he's talking about the Lil.
Larry June was a big name? Killer Mike was a big name?
But you got to remember who DJ Academics covered him. This nigga was covering beefs in Jacksonville, Florida, and talking about them niggas. Like, them niggas that he talking about on them beef and the Chicago beefs and shit. Like, none of them niggas have 500,000 in the bank. They might got some
believe that somewhere. They did, though. What the fuck?
But see, that's the big problem with Act. He thinks that that's the majority of hip hop, or he would lean to that. Like, he's speaking from the sense of, I'm talking about the little such and suches and the little whatever. I don't even know any mother acronyms, but he's talking about niggas that we don't even know probably. And of course we don't know them because they ain't got 500,000 in the bank.
Like, well, I don't. That's a Captain Obvious ass statement to him. He need to be specific.
It's some Act type shit.
Does Freddie Gibbs have 500?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Gibbs like that, yeah. Like that. Most of the niggas that we know and cover on this show, yeah, they've reached that. We're a mainstream hip hop show, though.
I agree.
Like we cover the mainstream, so like
Facts.
most every nigga that we talk about probably has 500K in the bank. So yeah, these are the niggas that Act talk about. These are the niggas that he go to Twitch, the niggas go to Twitch for and want to hear about the YouTube updates. And me and you don't even know who they are. Like, damn, niggas had a war going on in Chicago. Shit, I ain't never heard a song. This nigga rap for real. Let me look this nigga up. I don't know this nigga. Fuck, who the fuck is this?
Oh
It wouldn't
shit.
surprise me if that nigga had $1,000 in the bank. I don't know that nigga. He ain't got no
shit.
songs out. He's just famous because Act talking about it.
Facts.
Who we got
shit.
for on deck of the week?
On deck, man, I cannot remember if we named this person. I apologize. I got to go back like 2 or 3 weeks. Mr. G. Phillips, he commented, dope pod, been watching for almost 3 years, maybe a little bit more. Spike got to move that mic from his face. Pause. Hilarious.
Wait,
I don't remember if I said this, if I've already made this person on deck.
No,
of the
you
week.
didn't say that. You didn't say that. This is the first time I heard that.
This is hilarious, but shout out to Mr. G. Phillips on YouTube. We appreciate that, big dog.
Nigga, I talk low just so you can hear me, nigga. That's why this mic is up close. Otherwise, you be cutting up the audio. Then you be calling, hey, man, y'all need to turn the mics up, man. I can't hear y'all. Nigga, shut up. I didn't want to hear this shit.
Oh,
You got to put me on, bro.
Man, this holiday season time, so Christmas albums are out. Brandy's Christmas album is a vibe. Telling y'all right now. A
new Brandy Christmas
Mhm.
album? I don't believe that.
It's a vibe. If you need something to play while you in the kitchen this weekend at grandma's house, at your mama's house, she in the kitchen getting busy, you want to help, put some music on, get in the spirit. It's a nice vibe. It sounds really good. But I'm a big Brandy fan too, though. But it's fire. Check that out. Same for BJ the Chicago Kid. It's not a Christmas album. It's just a regular album, but it's a nice vibe too that you can play with mom, Dukes, and the family around. And it's gonna give you that throwback sound, but not be like corny and shit. It's pretty dope. So those are 2 projects to play with the family this weekend, man. So check those out.
That album banging.
Tough.
That BJ the Chicago Kid banging. Nigga.
Yes, sir. What you got?
All right, I got 2 put-ons. One, a podcast, The Wedding Scammer. It's on the Ringer Podcast Network, 7 episodes. Next episode come out this week, man. I've listened to all 6. Fire. If you like serial type podcasts, this is what that is. They're just diving into the scamming dude that they knew. It's really good. If you like it, The Wedding Scammer on the Ringer Podcast Network, probably anywhere your podcast will see. Also, 2, I was super sleep on this. I binged it over the weekend because I had to do a review for it for the Frames Per Second podcast. Y'all go check that out. But Rap Shit.
Mm-hmm.
I was not expecting to like that AB, but that quickly became one of my favorite shows on right now. Like everybody on that does a great fucking job. Shout out to Issa. Like that shit is fire, nigga.
It's tough.
I was really shocked that I liked it. I thought it was gonna be more female geared and like I wouldn't like that shit fire. I'm a fan of Rap Shit. That shit is really good. So if y'all ain't seen Rap Shit, man, y'all please check that out.
Absolutely, man. Hey, don't forget beardorganics.com for the Black Friday special. You want to get 25% off for some products? Use the code BFCM2023, and that ends Monday night, man. So don't procrastinate. Go ahead and get your order in, man, this weekend.
Absolutely, man. Y'all make sure y'all show up and support. We appreciate y'all checking it out. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody listening.
Happy birthday too, bro.
Holidays. Appreciate that, my brother. Y'all enjoy the holidays. Enjoy your families. Be safe. We out.
Yes, sir.